Hey everybody, this is Tammy at All About Living, and tonight we are going to make a black bean soup. It's pantry night, and I just wandering around in here, and I have like a pile of black beans, so we need to use them. So we're going to be 2 cans down tonight. And then on top of that, we're going to make some quesadillas, and we're going to put that soup over rice. You don't have to. If you don't feel like making rice, just make the soup and the quesadillas and you'll be just as good. All right, here's our ingredients for tonight's dinner. Okay, y'all will be tickled with me. I actually measured stuff out for this recipe, and that's because it is a recipe. I've had it for years and years, and it's in my little book that never leaves the kitchen table. Okay, you're gonna need a half a teaspoon of salt, red pepper flakes to taste. I use about 1/4 of a teaspoon. I mean, if you like it hotter, you can add more or leave it out altogether is fine too. 1.5 teaspoons of cumin, 3/4 of a teaspoon of oregano, and a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Then you're going to need 2 carrots, 4 garlic cloves, 1 good sized onion, 1 carton of chicken broth. If you use cans, you have to kind of do the measurement, but I need 4 cups for this, and that's 32 ounces is 4 cups, so that makes it easy measuring. And then 2 cans of drained and rinsed black beans. That is it for the black bean soup. Then for the quesadillas, I'm using pepper jack cheese, but you can swap that out for queso cheese. You can swap it out for cheddar cheese. You can swap it out for mozzarella. Just whatever kind of cheese you have in the fridge that you can make a quesadilla with, that's all you need. And then for an added bonus, I'm going to saute up this caldero, or I'm not sure. Let me look real quick. Caladillo. Anyway, it's really thin, tiny slices of beef. And we're going to saute that up, and then after the soup is done, we'll put that on top. So that's a bonus. Okay, we're going to get this chopped up and ready to saute. And these were frozen, actually. I had to take them out earlier. Did you know you could do that? You can thaw out, or you can freeze fresh garlic and then use it just like you would normally. And it'll peel right out of there. Okay. And we're just going to rough cut, chop. There you go, just rough cut. Okay, we're going to just rough cut our carrots too. And I'll tell you why, because we're going to use an emulsion blender, and we're going to blend this to a nice creamy soup when we're done. So what we're really doing or looking for is, I am going to brown these vegetables a little bit. Not brown them, but I mean, I'm going to saute them a little bit in extra virgin olive oil, like 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then we are going to put our soup together. Okay. that aside. Cut up this onion. And don't forget to save all that onion goodness. Don't throw that away. Just stick it in a bread bag in your freezer. And we'll do something with it later. Alright, we're just going to make chunks. Okay. We're going to get our extra virgin olive oil here and we're going to go to the pan. 2 tablespoons, which is twice around. And then we're just going to drop all this in the pan. And saute that for just 5 or 10 minutes. I gotta get the stove on. We're going to do medium-high heat. You don't want it too high. You know, you're using olive oil, so you don't want it super high. There we go. And we're going to drop our seasonings in here, just like they are. Just drop them right on in there. Mixed around, and you'll need to give that a few minutes. Just let it do its thing. Doesn't that look delicious already? Doesn't even have any black beans in it yet. Okay, I guess while I got you guys' undivided attention and we're stirring this stuff, I tell you that we're gonna get our seeds started this next couple of days. I'm really excited about that. I've got some of it done, but most of it I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it because I'm really tickled because this will be the first year I did it like this. And then Little Bit had her babies, and Randy's going to do a video on that and show you that our Little Bit's our rabbit. Okay, she's a lion head. And we bred her with a New Zealand, and although the babies are only 2 days old and you really can't tell what color they are, I think they're going to be absolutely gorgeous baby rabbits. If you've never seen baby rabbits, they are the most awesome things. They look like little jelly beans, like little jumping beans, and they pop, 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 pop. You know, all up. It is so funny, y'all. And our incubator's full of eggs. We have 48 eggs in there, and they should be they should start hatching out. I could only put like 6 at a time in there, you know, as my ladies had eggs, and so I'm about 3 days out, 2 or 3 days out from the first half dozen, and hopefully we'll have better luck this time than we did last time when my grandson turned the incubator off. Yeah, this time I made sure when he was here that he stayed away from my incubator. All right, we're just going to let this sit another few minutes because I want them to be just a little bit softer than that before I put my beans in, because the beans, you know, they're canned beans, so they're already cooked, and even though we're going to use an emulsion blender, I still don't want them just like total mush. So we're going to cook this down just a little bit more.
So I'm going to let her have back at it. I just wanted to make sure that these were all to perfection. All right, there you go, honey.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good. He didn't let nothing stick, so we're good. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and put our carton of chicken broth in here. There's 4 cups of chicken broth. Okay, I just got my broth in the pot. If you don't have the box broth, then just use 1 teaspoon of bouillon per cup of water. So you needed 4 cups of water. You would use 4 teaspoons of bouillon. It doesn't absolutely have to have it, but it does lend to the flavor. I mean, I wouldn't try to make it without it. All right, we've got our broth in there. I know I already said that, and now we're going to put our washed and drained black beans in there. And we're going to turn this eye up to high. And we're going to cook all of it. We're going to put the lid on it. And we're going to let it boil till those veggies get soft enough for me to run that emulsion blender. So there you go. We're going to get that lid and get it on there. And then we're going to start on the meat. We're going to cook this quesadilla, however you say it. We're going to cook that in this other pan. Okay, the name of these little beef is beef fine cubes for quesadilla. Well, I don't know what quesadilla is, but it was on sale at Walmart on markdown for $5.41. So it became something I needed to cook. We're going to find a way to use it. So I figured I would make my black bean soup, and I will saute this separately because I have to use the emulsion blender in there, and I don't want to like blend meat. So we're just going to dip this out over on top, and that's going to be our dinner. So let's get this in the pan. I'm going to use a medium high flame, and we're going to put that pan on there, and we're going to let that pan sit there and get hot, and then we're going to add a little olive oil, a little extra virgin olive oil. So we just got to wait, be patient, let that pan get hot. All right, our pan's good and hot now, and we're going to put that oil in there. We're going to drop our meat in there. Hear that sizzle? That means that pan was just where I wanted it. Now we're going to add our seasonings. We're going to add some salt. Garlic. Some cumin. And some Sazon. And I like that, so I put a lot of that. Even though it has MSG in it, and you're really not supposed to have MSG, I still like the Sazon. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Alright, the seasonings I use are, they're kind of like basic Tex-Mex. It's almost like a taco seasoning, if you were going to make taco seasoning at home instead of using the packet. That's pretty much what that was. I guess I could put some oregano in there, but I have oregano in the pot, so I'm thinking that'll be enough of that. And then all we're going to do is just brown this up. As soon as that's brown, that's done. Really just brown it and get it to the consistency you like to eat. And we're not far off. It probably takes, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 minutes, something like that. You'll know when it all turns brown. So there you go. And we're going to turn that off. It's ready. Okay, we're at a good rolling boil, but I want to reach in here and check and see how soft those vegetables are. And they are not quite soft enough to run that blender, so we're just going to let them keep cooking. Time to check again. And I'm going to mash one of these carrots. Oh yeah, we're good. Alright, we're going to turn this eye off, and we're going to move this over to where I can reach it with my emulsifier, and then we're going to get it all mushed up. Right now, it's actually about where we like it, because we like a little bit of chunk still left in there. Nailed all the flavors. There. And then I'm going to show you with a spoon what it looks like. And we're just going to pick it up. Bean soup with little chunks. If you don't want the chunks and you want it really, really creamy, then go ahead and emulsify it on down. But I like it like that. There we go. Now, all that's left is to make a few quesadillas and dinner is done. Okay, we're going to set that flame at about medium high. And we're going to set that pan on there, which I cooked cheese. Apparently I already cooked cheese on there. In fact, I know I did. I made my grandson some quesadillas. Okay, we're going to let this pan get good and hot, and then we're going to start our quesadillas. All right. My pan's good and hot. I'm going to lay that quesadilla down, or that tortilla down. And I'm going to put that cheese all over, because we like a lot of cheese in our quesadilla. We're going to get that one on top, mash it good. Make sure, yep, we're good. And all you really want to do is brown the tortilla and melt the cheese, and the quesadilla is done. So let's see how we're looking. Yep. And that is good. And we're going to bring that one over to the cutting board, and we're going to drop us another one. Okay, that was number 2. This is number 3. Just in case Randy's still hungry. If he's not, my grandson will eat it, no problem. He could eat quesadillas 7 days a week if somebody would make them for him. I know my pan's getting pretty hot now. Yeah. So we'll have to flip this one a couple of times, so turn it down. Turn it down would probably be better. Oh, dinner is done. Okay, I got a half a cup of rice. Now I'm going to get my ladle. And we're just going to ladle one and probably about a half soup. We're gonna come over here and get our quesadilla mixture. And we're gonna sprinkle that across the top. We're gonna grab some sour cream. Oops. We're gonna dollop that on the top. And I have some fresh chives from out of my garden. And we're gonna drop those on the top. And then we're gonna set the bowl down. Gonna cut up one of these quesadillas. And serve our dinner. Alright folks, I'm not waiting or being like polite. I'm having this. This is so good. We have this probably, I don't know, once every 2 or 3 months. I mean, it's not something like you'd have all the time, but it's so good when you do. And if you like anything you saw today, you know, come back. We'll have something cooking in the kitchen. Y'all come back now.